course,
Appreciate
Jeff.
it.
Thanks for
And
stepping into the broadcast booth as well.
We hope Max gets to a full recovery. We know he's a little under the weather, so Max, if you're listening, we'd love to see you back in the lineup soon. Good luck to both teams.
Got the better of us, some late game mishaps. Luke Winger took the spearing penalty. With a couple minutes left in the game, we had the 5-minute major to serve. Gave up 2, and that game, I think you could agree with me, Dylan. Allegheny had our number in that game. Although it was tied till late in the third, it felt like we were getting outskated. But it was a solid performance from our guys. It was a time where, we were having a hard time scoring. And for GBS, the offensive struggles were prominent, and the defense was, keeping them in games. But Allegheny Tigers got the better of them. This should be a great matchup, and especially in the goalies. As you guys mentioned in the pregame show, for Glenbrook South, Lucas Winger winning first team All-State as the goaltender. He has had an unbelievable tournament and year. But on the tournament, a 167 goals against and a 926 save percentage. He's been lights out with a whole lot of highlight reel saves. But on the other end, it doesn't get any easier. Ryan Murphy, who on the year is 10-1-0 with a 159 and a 928 save percentage. He has been lights out for the Tigers. Why? They are so dominant in the state of Pennsylvania. On the tournament, he's been even better. A 150 goals allowed and a 930 save percentage. So both teams with a very, very strong goaltender and very good defense. This should be a great matchup. I think these guys are going to play into each other very, very well. This should be a great game.
Well, Casey, one thing that stood out to me when I was talking to head coach of North Allegheny, Coach Bagnato, is that these Tigers, in their regular season, they've actually only lost 2 games, and they were both to the same team. You want to take a guess who? The Peters Township Indians, right, who the Glenbrook South Titans defeated this morning.
Right. So if you want to think about that, Glenbrook South should have the edge in that category if you want to think matchups-wise, but that's all out of the window. That was a great game Glenbrook South played this morning with Paplis scoring a beautiful goal to take the lead and hold it. And Glenbrook South would win that game 2-1. And on the other end, remind me of the final score.
Over here?
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1 as well. So, yeah, both teams playing some close games this morning. Probably got the morning Z still. But, no, 2 very, very talented teams. And for the Allegheny Tigers, correct me if I'm wrong, only allowing goals in the first period of this tournament.
Yes, they have a goal differential of actually 4-4 in this tournament in the first period. But in the second and third combined, they're outscoring teams 11-0.
Yeah, so for Glenbrook South, especially as we know them so well, they've been prone to a pretty slow start in some big games, especially. This is the one where you can't have that. You remember the Allegheny Tigers from Jamestown. You've seen them already. It's not going to be a surprise what they have, really. You can't afford the slow start, especially with how dominant they've been in the second and third periods. GBS has kind of struggled in those, especially when they're trying to come from behind. So for Glenbrook South, you got to get on the board early. Ideally, you score first, but you want to be close in this game after the first period. And for the Tigers, dominate like they've done all year. Every team they faced outside of. But they are a very, very talented team, and they're number 4 for high school teams in Pennsylvania for a reason. They win a lot. And they know how to do it as well. They have a dynamic offense led by Connor Chi. In 17 games played, he has 12 goals and 20 assists for 32 points on the year. If I remember correctly, he had 2 goals and an assist in that Jamestown matchup between these two teams. So he knows them. Just about everybody on these teams, they've seen each other in the lobby. A little jawing occasionally, but they're ready to play some hockey, and I'm ready to watch some.
But here we are in the championship game. Hope you found us okay on either Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, presented to you by 10 Band TV, or if you're listening to the audio-only version on the South Hockey Radio Network with the blue numbers and trims, blue numbers and names, I should say, with the yellow trims, some blue and yellow stripes. Jeff Morrow, who was just on the pregame show, termed them as retro-style jerseys for the GBS Titans. I never really thought of it that way, but I kind of agree. I kind of see it now.
Yeah, I really like this jersey matchup. The Allegheny Tigers with some Penguins-esque. I wouldn't be surprised. They're from North Allegheny, and just around there is Pittsburgh. Yellow primary colors. Look pretty similar to the Penguins.
Yeah. But the yellow jerseys with the black names and numbers, those are the same jerseys that the Tigers wore their first time up against GBS, but in that game, the Titans wore their blues. So the starting goaltenders in net going to be Luke Winger for the Glenbrook South Titans in this tournament. He's only allowed 5 goals in the 3 games he's played for a 167 goals against average and a whopping 926 save percentage. Again, that's a small sample size. On the other side for the Tigers, Rylan Murphy will take the net. He's got a goals against average of 150 and a save percentage of only allowing 3 goals. Face-off is won by the Tigers, and we're underway from Jamestown. From South Bend. Hope you've been enjoying our coverage of the tournament so far on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest and the South Hockey Radio Network. And this is the last one of the weekend. So Steenstrov comes over the blue line. He'll pass that to Papalis. He takes a shot, and that's stopped by Murphy from the left circle. And our first whistle of the game comes 24 seconds in.
Good shot from Papalis just to get something really out of nothing. Steenstrov was working just to get the puck really into the offensive zone. Not much room to go. Spack was circling around the blue line. Put a good hit on Steenstrov. You can tell that early this game's going to be physical. And 2 very talented teams. But it's going to be both teams are going to have to be very aware of the situation they're putting themselves in. You don't want to leave anybody out to dry.
Now back underway. The puck will go all the way down to the Titans' end for Almberg. Grabbing it on the near side, circling behind his net. Plays it off the end boards for Dolby. Mason Dolby puts on the brakes to avoid a Jackman check. He will pass to Southwood on the near side, who flips that one down into the Tigers' zone. Chasing after it for North Allegheny, and grabbing it is Collier, near side of his own zone. GBS shoots from left to right here in this first period, and North Allegheny Tigers from right to left. Mason Dolby plays it to the near side corner of GBS's end. There's Almberg with it. Almberg on the near side will flip that one out to neutral ice. Jackman will throw a glove on it, put it down, and dump it back into South's end. 13:41 to go in the first period. GBS has 2 shots on goal. Winger has not been forced to make a save on the other side. So here's Steenstrov. He'll give that one to the far side. Papalis just by the blue line. He'll flip that one in left wing side all the way on net. It rolls to Murphy's cage. He'll put a glove on it and freeze with 13:28 to go in the first period. Scoreless game here in the championship of the weekend.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out. Nobody's taking really advantage of any mistakes to this point. So we get a beautiful camera in front of us.
Now we can, for our televised, or I guess web-avised viewers, we can see what you're seeing right by our broadcast booth. As Mensch tried a shot, it got blocked, and then it came outside the zone, delayed offsides on the Tigers, so they'll go tag up. Here's Jackson Hill on the near side of his own defensive end. Hill got that one to David Ventura, being pressured by Kaminsky, but Ventura eventually will dump that one down into Tiger territory. Right wing corner, grabbed by North Allegheny. Boutinall on the near side, neutral zone. Gave it up to Mason Dolby, who threw it into his own bench for the Titans, and out of play.
I think he drilled Crosby on that one. Crosby had a few choice words for Dolby after hitting him on the bench. But no, a pretty good start from both teams. I'm anticipating more tape-to-tape passes. A lot of these passes are just kind of going wide. Nobody seems to be really handling the puck as well as they should be. So that's something to keep an eye on. If people aren't really able to get the passes off they want, somebody's going to have to make a change.
Almberg to Dolby in GBS territory. Found Erickson. He steps over the blue line. Left wing. Holmes with the puck in his own zone. Found his man in neutral ice. Nathan Spack. He will dump that one down. Spack actually leads the North Allegheny team in points this tournament and all teams in this tournament with 8. 3 goals and 5 assists for him. Almberg will dump that one down into North Allegheny territory. And it goes back to the left point, Southwood. He's the Titans' leading scorer in this tournament. 3 goals and 4 assists for a total of 7 points. Freemuth got that one down low. Southwood, left circle. He fired a backhand shot, and making the save was Murphy. Tigers will look to bring it up ice. Here comes Ryder Wilson. He'll dump that one down right side just after stepping over the red line to avoid an icing. Winger behind his net will try and play it out to neutral ice, but it's kept in by the Tigers. Being pressured is Wilson, so he'll send that one down to the corner where Finn Boland will grab it, play it off the end boards, trying to get it out, but it's kept alive by Baker once more. Baker in the right wing corner gets his pocket picked by Ban, and the Titans will come out to neutral ice. And a Freemuth pass intended for Callahan missed. He got intercepted, but in neutral ice, it'll be Jason Ban dumping it down to the corner. 10:35 to go in the first period. North Allegheny still without a shot on goal. Winger not forced to make a save yet as Dolby will send it to Hill far side. Now to David Ventura, getting it out to neutral ice, but then it's going to be dumped back in by Nolan Colinaire. Mason Dolby will fire that one all the way down, but getting a stick on it, Trey Gallo, so it won't go for an icing. Instead, Allegheny will play with it in their own zone. That puck sent in by the Tigers. Winger will give that one to Hill, near side circle of his own zone. Got it to Dolby in the corner. Mason Dolby threw one off the near side boards and all the way down. Chasing after it, Callahan. He's got to win the race, though, with Murphy. He's not able to do that. And the puck is sent all the way down back to GBS territory. 9:40 to go here in the first. 15-minute periods all tournament long, as opposed to the regular 17 you see in high school hockey. Freemuth dumps it down from neutral ice, left side, all the way below the goal line. He'll pick it up. He'll get it to the near side, but Boutinal got there first. And Patrick Boutinal will play it off the near boards all the way down into south ice. And just barely not far enough for icing. Sokol got there first, decided to play it. He'll send that one all the way down. And that one looked like it was going to be an icing against the Titans, but getting a stick on that was Murphy. He decides to hold on for a face-off in his own end. What an interesting play by Murphy, because had he let that one go, I think it was going to miss his net. Would have been an icing, and the face-off would have been in GBS territory, but instead now he's got to look at a draw in his own zone. That face-off won by GBS. 6 minutes into the game, I think, in my humble opinion, Glenbrook South has been the team outplaying the Tigers so far, but again, this is statistically North Allegheny's worst period of this tournament in terms of goal differential. Holmes will dump that one into South territory, playing off the end boards and grabbed by Sokol. He'll get that one to Freemuth behind the cage. Brad Southwood here on the near side of his own zone will get that one out to neutral ice for Ban, who steps over the blue line, left wing side, fires a shot, just missed the net. Rebound comes to the near side. Boutinal will try and get it out, but it's kept in by Freemuth. Then back into the zone it goes. Gallo will glove it down, play it out to neutral ice. Getting a stick on that originally was Nathan Spack, but then it went to the Titans. Now Spack gets it back, brings it into the GBS zone. Here with 8 minutes to go in the first. There's Connor Chi out there. He will pushing and shoving match with Almberg, and GBS will get the puck. Papalis looks to make a play on the near side half boards, but he lost it. It's sent all the way down by the Tigers. That's going to be a North Allegheny icing with 8 flat. Getting a stick on that while it was in mid-air to prevent that puck from getting across to Freemuth's intended target. Now it's tipped into the zone by the Tigers, getting a stick on that. Ryder Wilson into the near corner. David Ventura, far side half boards, will pick up the puck, but Wilson stripped it away from him, got it to Baker, but Baker couldn't advance it, and the Titans will clear it all the way out again. Still no shots on goal for North Allegheny. Both these two teams coming off a 2-1 win this morning for GBS. They allowed the first goal in the first, then scored a first period tying goal. Then the game winner came off the stick of Papalis in the second period. As for the Tigers, they allowed first goal as well in the first period, and it wasn't till the third period that they found the back of the net twice for the comeback victory over Culver Academy. Almberg with the puck through neutral ice, hops over the blue line and will fire it down, but getting a nice stick on Almberg right there was Cole Jackman. He will bring it into the zone. Right wing side, fire! Winger makes a save, and there's the first shot on goal for North Allegheny. They're not done yet. Here's another one from the point, that time taken by Trey Gallo. Winger makes another stop. Now Washabaugh from the top of the left circle fires. That got blocked before it hit Winger's net. Winger will find a loose one and put a glove on it, making the freeze here with 5:52 to go in the first. We hope you've been enjoying our coverage of this tournament this weekend, whether you are on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest or listening to audio only on the South Hockey Radio Network. Thank you so much for tuning in.
That was a great shift from the Tigers, generating some pressure. Ended up with Winger losing his stick. There's a good shot from the point. Rack up some zone time are the Tigers. Really unable to get a real quality look, just kind of taking what they can get and putting pucks on net. I mean, that's the safest recipe, especially when you don't really have a whole lot of offensive zone time. You got to get the puck on net to even challenge the goaltender.
This is now Glenbrook South and North Allegheny's 5th game in 3 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Boutinol turns around and fires from the slot, and Winger makes a save. So now, just like that, North Allegheny with an equal amount of shots on goal to the Tigers, 4-4.
Yeah,
Or, excuse me, to the Titans.
And all it took really was one shift. Boutinol was making good plays behind the net just to keep the puck in play, keep his boys involved, keep cycling around, then found the puck at the face-off circle closest to us, to Lucas Winger's right. Spun out and towards the slot and got a good shot away, but put it right on the Winger's chest.
Face-off win by the Titans in their own zone. They'll send it out to neutral ice. Here's Irvin on the near side, but the trailing referee is going to call a penalty on the play. I didn't see the signal, and looks like a high sticking call, and it'll go against North Allegheny Tigers. So Holmes will have a seat in the box, and we'll get our first look at special teams today. GBS will go to the power play. Casey was just talking to Jeff Morrow about this. Both teams not too bad of a power play this tournament, both around 25%. But the thing is, both these two sides, both of them not only have gone 100% on the PK, but the exact same stat line, 7 for 7. So we'll see if GBS is able to do something here. Here's a band shot from the right circle, and it's stopped by Murphy. Umber gets it at the point, takes a shot from the Big Ten logo here on Compton Family Ice Arena. That goes high, and then it's cleared down by the Tigers.
The one thing that these GBS skaters definitely have in the back of their mind is the 2 shorthanded goals they gave up in the first game to Dayton South. That's a recipe for disaster. GBS has to avoid that.
He sent that one cross ice, couldn't find a man, so instead of a game, but definitely one of Coach Bagnato's key defensive forwards.
Pretty good shift from that first penalty kill unit. Buttonell made a really good play to come up on a Jason Band was coming down the slot on a puck that just came out after a save and stepped right into a slap shot and blocked it, which led to the stoppage as the puck was sent out of play. But you can see these Tigers are selfless. They're going to continue to put their body in front of these shots.
Program in North Allegheny over in Pennsylvania as they clear the puck down. Lots of championships to their name. They've been state champions twice, 2017 and 2013, as they look to make a run to the state title this year. After this tournament concludes, they'll go back home, play a couple more regular season games, and get ready for playoffs. Over in Pennsylvania, Casey, sort of interesting, the playoff model, as that puck goes out of play, with 12 seconds left on the power play. The playoff model in Pennsylvania is you have your league playoffs, which is the PIHL, the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League, and it's divided up into 2 divisions, Eastern and Western, or I should say 2 leagues. Sort of follows the MLB model.
Right.
The winner of each league then is in the championship game against each other.
Huh.
Almberg takes a
block shot.
Yeah, you said it. There's Connor Chi, leading point producer, blocking shots. Then Almberg shot one. Now North Allegheny going to bring it out. They might have a 3-on-2 rush. Spack with the puck at the slot, gave it to Irvin, left wing. He shoots. It just missed the top corner. Wow, what a passing play by the Tigers, and just barely wasn't able to capitalize and missed the net.
Most dangerous look for either team. Irvin was coming down the left slot. You could tell which corner he's going to pick out. He's going to try and go over Winger's shoulder.
That band shot missed the net high. Irvin will take the rebound, get it to Chi. Chi turns on the Jets and comes into the Titans zone, left wing side. Tried a toe drag around Dolby, but the Glenbrook South senior defenseman got a nice stick on that. Now here's Lamarck, left point. We'll send that one to the opposite side. And a shot comes in from the point taken by Kyle Holmes, just fresh out of the box. And it was blocked. So GBS unsuccessful on their first power play. And The North Allegheny PK moves to 8 out of 8 in this tournament.
Very, very good kill from the Tigers. Didn't allow many chances for Glenbrook South. And then coming the other way with a good counterattack. Very, very good, consistent breakout that they keep using that gets them into the zone. GBS is going to have to figure out a way to slow them down, especially the forward group. Really, really good forechecks from the Tigers.
Here's Jackson Hill in neutral ice, right by the face-off circle and the Notre Dame University logo. Here at Compton Family Ice Arena, where we've been playing all weekend long. A couple of these teams had a game at the Icebox Skating Rink, another facility here in South Bend. Normally in past years, all tournament games are played either on this rink or the Notre Dame practice rink on the opposite side with Olympic-sized ice. But due to the NCAA schedule this year and Notre Dame playing a home game on Saturday night, they were forced to send a bunch of games over to the other rink. Freemuth got it to Ban right by the North Allegheny bench. Back pass to Jackson Hill. Now Allenberg comes into the zone, right side. He fired a shot. It got blocked. Freemuth grabbed a rebound, threw a backhander towards net, but it's intercepted by Gallo. You may have heard the PA announcer. 1 minute remaining here in the first period of the final game in the weekend, as right there the Tigers guilty of icing as they sent the puck all the way down. We'll come back into Tiger territory for an offensive zone faceoff if you're Glenbrook South.
Very, very competitive first period from both teams. Nobody really taking advantage of any mistakes. Both teams also not making many to leave themselves in vulnerable positions, but we're getting in time where for Glenbrook South you look to your big guy Jason Ban, who's had been on an absolute tear towards the end of the years. There's a tip in front. Zach Freemuth almost found.
Yeah, if someone was right there for the Titans, that would have been an empty net to shoot at. Now it goes all the way down into South End. Holmes and Southwood, a battle of guys wearing number 28. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Hockey Digest or the South Hockey Radio Network if you're listening on radio. My name's Dylan Ward. I'm alongside Casey Crable for the broadcast today. We've got the Glenbrook South Titans from Illinois and the North Allegheny Tigers from Pennsylvania matching up in the championship game of the Hoosier Cup here on Notre Dame ice. So Casey, after the first period, neither team was able to score, but GBS with 7 shots on goal to the Tigers 4. Who do you think's had the edge here after one period of play?
Well, it definitely has to be Glenbrook South. You know, Allegheny generating those 4 shots on 2 shifts from 2 lines. You know, that was those 4 shots came over a minute of game time. So outside of that, the Tigers really haven't had many chances in the offensive zone. And then when they have, Glenbrook South is doing a remarkable job of just blocking lanes and creating traffic in front, not allowing any Tigers to really get any quality shots on net. So this has been a great first period. I'm excited to see how this goes as there's a whistle already, but
offsides with the Tigers.
Two high-powered offenses. I can't imagine them being held off the score sheet much longer, whether or not it's a breakaway or a chip in from who knows where. If it's a dirty goal or good goal, doesn't matter. One of these teams are going to find a way to score.
Papalis will poke it ahead and bring it into Tiger territory. We've switched ends here. So GBS now will shoot from right to left and the Tigers from left to right. Whether you're listening on radio or you can see that on your screen. Again, if you are listening on radio, feel free to hop over to burghockey.com. That's B-U-R-G-H, hockey, one word, .com, for a television-style broadcast. As a spec shot and a beautiful save by Winger, grabbing that one with his glove, put on the half windmill to make that stop.
That was sharp. Coming across to the right post. just dropped down in the butterfly, stuck his left arm out and snatched that out of the air. That was a beautiful save. We've seen that a lot from him this tournament and all year. Really good goaltenders make saves like that and they make them look easy. They don't draw much reaction from the crowd because it seems so effortless.
Now back underway in GBS zone. A left circle shot. That time it was taken by Cole Jackman, but it missed the net wide. The rebound will come all the way back into North Allegheny territory. Here's Jackman with the puck through neutral ice. He'll poke that one down all the way to the GBS goal line. Jackman will get that one to Barnhart near side. Jackman will fire that one down. Into the corner it goes. Grabbed by Jackson Hill. Hill will play it to Sokol. Sokol to Ban. Got it out of the zone, but Barnhart was there to grab it at center ice. Near side will go to the far side for Culinaire, but that's intercepted by Southwood. Southwood got it to Zach Freemuth. His pass to the near side for Ban. Missed in the offensive zone for South. Getting it back, though, are the Titans in neutral ice. Freemuth will dump it down right wing side. A minute 40 into this second frame. Again, we're still scoreless here in South Bend between the Titans and the Tigers. A couple of teams with very similar names. As a great play by Washabaw got all.
Cut right through him, right in front of Winger.
Now Ventura from neutral boards comes to the near side. Will Stevens will try and grab that away from Will Mensch. 77-7. Doubles wins the battle in the corner. Stevens got it back out to the point. Bolin got it to the slot. Turning around and firing. Pavlis, but he just missed the net. Wide to the left by maybe a couple of feet, if not inches. Here's Paplis again. Paplis will try and get that one over to the far side. Dolby, and he sent that one wide. Back for Bolin. Long slap shot from the right point. And making the save, Rylan Murphy. Mason Dolby scored earlier in this tournament from the exact same position. Was actually his first goal on the year, not just in regular season he was held without a tally, but all season long for the Titans, including all tournaments, exhibitions, and you name it. But he was able to pot one here in Indiana. Here's Steenstrov, got it to Erickson. Near side, he tried to send it back to Eric Steenstrov, but he missed him with the pass. Now Chi gets taken down. Looked like a trip to me, but they're not going to call a penalty. Almberg got it to the slot, and it's stripped away by Travis Lamarck for the Allegheny Tigers. Now with the puck coming into the zone, Irvin, but a nice stick by the Glenbrook South captain and Will Papalis to get away from him. Now that puck goes all the way down into the far corner, chasing after it Chi. He's got Erickson to beat. Chi with the puck. He gets taken down from behind by Almberg, and they're not going to call a penalty on that either. I thought that was another clear trip. Now the puck all the way back in Allegheny ice. Yards to the right point for Owen Almberg. Now right in front of the net. Trying to tip that one by is the Titan leading point producer in this tournament, Southwood, but missed net with his shot. Now here's Freemuth behind the Tiger net. Southwood will grab it, and it comes out to the far circle where Spack will pick it up for the Tigers. Get back to Kalazi. Kalazi into the zone, will dump that one down into the corner, find it himself, set up his man right in front. That was Matthew Irvin, but the pass just missed. That would have been a great look for the Tigers had that pass connected. Meanwhile, a tight icing stops play with 10:24 to go in the second period. GB South, according to the scoreboard, leads 9-6 in shots on goal, but the game tied at 0 at this point.
A couple of really good shifts to open the period from Glenbrook South there, keeping the pressure on Paplis, Boland, and Ban, all getting a couple shots, or a couple looks as well, but got the Tigers on their heel to start the period.
That puck rang off the end boards and came right by Winger, but the Glenbrook South goaltender was aware enough to make that stop and get a whistle. He'll have another face-off in his own zone at the circle to his right. This time it's won by Allegheny. Wilson threw one to the net and getting a piece of it. Winger make the stop. Goes wide of the net. Baker will send it down into the left wing corner. Freemuth in his own zone will look to get that one out, but it's kept alive there by Trey Gallo. Now Titans finally get it out. Here's Ban through neutral ice. Steps over the blue line on his left wing. Took a shot and he hit the post. He was looking to beat Murphy's short side, but Ban drew iron. He may have hurt it.
Yeah, Ban, as we've seen him all too often this tournament, goes wide and tries to get to the goal line and use the shoulder against the goaltender. But great positioning by Ryan Murphy. Force that puck to hit the post and no harm.
Washabaw near side, just after stepping over the red line, will send it all the way down to the corner in the Titans zone. They're battling for the puck is Almberg and Colinaire, but Almberg will poke that free to Papelis. But now Papelis has Washabaw to beat. He does that. Papelis through his own end will give it to the near side, Erickson. Erickson into the zone, fights off a Colinaire slash that also wasn't called. We're not seeing a lot of penalties called here in the championship game of this tournament. They're letting the boys out there play. Erickson in the near corner, pins the puck up against the boards. A couple of Tigers battling for it. Steenstrov joins the fray for GBS. Tigers involved in that scrum, Holmes and Jackman, but getting it free was Holmes. He'll send it out to neutral ice. Trying to glove it down was Colinaire. For the Tigers, that'll be Trey Gallo there. Ban, who we were just talking about, also the guy that just hit the post with the shot. Now Ventura will send that one down into the Tigers' end. Holmes there below his own goal line with 7:49 to go in the second period at this point. Hill gave it to Boland, far side in his own zone. Getting it down low, but grabbing it are the Tigers. Boutinol will dump that one into the Titans' end. Winger comes way out of his net to play it. Got it to the near side corner, pressuring Boutinol. Got it to Stevens. Taken away by Connor Chi once more. Chi got it back out to left point. Now it goes over to Mensch on the right side. He takes a shot, and that goes into the glove of Luke Winger. He just made his 8th stop of the afternoon. Here with 7:21 to go in the first, South lead shots on goal, 9-8, and a scoreless game at this point.
Good shot from Mensch, the defenseman, with just a couple of apples on the ear. Looking for his first goal. He's got an assist in this tournament as well. Was in good positioning. Just kind of a couple feet in the blue line. Took a slap shot on Winger just to get a shot off. Smart play, but Winger up to that again.
Spack left point. Steenstrov trying to force it out. He will. He got it to his new line mate, Papelis. Papelis takes a shot. He scores! Will Papelis from the top of the left circle beats Rylan Murphy, and the first goal of the game belongs to the Glenbrook South Titans. Papelis, that is his, let me check out my notes here, goal number 4 in the tournament, and Titans have the lead.
Goes, skates left, tries to get wide on Mensch just to get a little space to get a shot away and release it at the top of the left faceoff circle and blows it right by Murphy's blocker. A shot we've seen from Papelis quite often this year. A beautiful release, pretty similar to the one this morning. Just used he used the post this morning as his friend, and today, or this one, just blows it right by Murphy. Excuse me.
So for Will Papelis, that is his second goal in as many games against these Tigers. He'll try again, just missed the crossbar that time. Rebound, he scores! Off the end boards, found it, and put it by Mensch's short side. Will Papelis now has 2 goals in under 30 seconds, and the Titans lead 2.
Well, that's a great effort from Papelis. Got the puck in from Zach Freemuth at the blue line. Generated space, and he almost scored on the initial shot just over the crossbar. Perfect bounce off the back boards behind the net. Was in the perfect place for his own rebound and put it home again. Papelis, I'm sure as a lot of the Glenbrook South families and players know, Will Papelis is a very pure goal scorer. He's very talented with his shot, and he's putting that on display here and in this tournament.
Well, Will Papelis leads the Glenbrook South Titans in scoring in tournament play. Has not had all that much success in the regular season. Casey, if you can even believe it, that is Papelis' 5th goal of this tournament, and he's got 5 in the SHL. So he, in just 5 games in 3 days, has now matched what ended up being his total goal total in the regular season, which has already come to a close for the Titans.
Yeah, for Papelis, he's getting hot at the right time as Glenbrook South starts their playoffs on Thursday. A down year for Papelis. Started off really hot in the preseason, but starting to turn it up today. And in this tournament, got to be a great feeling for him.
5:27 to go in the second. Glenbrook South leads 2-0 here in the championship game of the Hoosier Cup. Papelis has credit for both Titan goals. Unreal stuff from number 23 Black and the C.
Yeah, there's a reason he's got the C on his chest, and he comes to play in these big games. As Glenbrook South fans know, he has the game winner in the North-South game. Glenbrook South won for the first time in 15 years, so he comes to play in these big ones, so hopefully that's just a sign of things to come for Glenbrook South.
The end boards. Brad Southwood tried to bank that one in off Murphy, but he could not. Culinary will get that one out of the zone. As the Tigers now dump it down. Casey, what Max Anderson and I were talking about a lot yesterday when we did 5 straight broadcasted games on this rink is that, normally in these high school rinks, you don't see the puck spring off the end boards the way they do here. And that led to one of Papolis's goals. As a shot comes in by North Allegheny, stopped by Winger. If once you start thinking about it, you will not unsee it. Every missed shot that hits the glass or the end board just seems to trampoline off there and come back with tons of speed.
Right, it's a way different environment than high school. You can tell these guys are having a hard time getting adjusted to it. At least the Tigers are, as GBS gets fortunate of a couple bounces.
Erickson with a great reception speech on a pass and tried to set up Steenstrov. Couldn't get it over to number 40 Black, so here come the Tigers the other way. Gallo with a beautiful move around Dolby, threw one on net, and Winger makes the stop with 3:28 to go in the second period. Shots on goal are even at 13 apiece. Glenbrook South with a couple, North Allegheny with nothing on the board. Papolis has credit for every goal in this game, all 2 of them.
Gallo of the Tigers with some pretty good hands, putting on a display. Used a slip drag move on Mason Dolby just to get wide on him and then put it to his backhand. He was going to try and roof it over Luke Winger's shoulder, unable to do so, but you can tell Gallo's a playmaker and he's starting to get some good opportunities.
Mensch will fire a shot. That's stopped by Winger, and we'll do another face-off with 13:18 to go in the second. Want to give a shout-out to the great Max Anderson. It was totally fun calling games with you yesterday. Sucks to hear that you're coming down with something at this point, but definitely hope you get better. And I know you were supposed to be on the broadcast today, so I also want to thank you, Casey, who filled in not just today, but also this morning on short notice.
Why, of course.
Almberg and neutral ice. Well, back pass, but missed his man. Then he got it back. He'll send it down into the Tigers' end where it's gloved down by North Allegheny's Kyle Holmes. Holmes will then fire it into GBS ice. Below the goal line it goes. And now to the near side. It's picked up by Jason Ban. Ban will fire a slap shot from neutral ice, almost the center ice line. And Murphy looked like he was forced to make a save. It was a little bit more difficult than he was anticipating on that drive.
Yeah, I don't think he expected that to get up on him as quick as it did, but just in a fight it off mode.
Spack takes a shot from the top of the right circle, and Winger makes a stop. Rebound goes to Irvin, near side in the corner. GBS zone. Irvin gets it back to the right point. Gallo. Gallo gave it to Irvin again. Top of the right circle, cuts to the slot, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Rebound grab by Barnhart. He'll play that one to the near side, looking for Spack. And Papolis got it away from him, sent it below the goal line and trying to get it out where the Titans, but it's kept in by Barnhart. He'll play it over to the near side. Papolis will swing at the puck like a baseball bat, but not get it away from Gallo. Gallo took a tough angle shot, blocked by Dolby, near side. Rebound is grabbed by North Allegheny's Matthew Irvin. Irvin plays it to the near corner. Not much happening here at this point in the game. Just lots of pins up against the boards. Finally, the Titans will clear it all the way down, make a line change. North Allegheny will sub off a couple of men as well. Here's Southwood, throwing that one to neutral ice. And Gallo will send it back into Titans territory, but it's tipped down by Jackson Hill. Got it to Ban. Ban will backhand that one into the Allegheny zone, or at least try to, before Barnhart made the clearing block. The preseason, and it was the same guy. It's 3-0.
What a shot from Papolis again. Goes wide as him and Jason Ban love this move. They want to challenge every goaltender with their glove. And a beautiful shot, again, just from the top of the face-off circle. Blew it right by Murphy's glove into the top right corner of the net. No chance as Paplis grabs his second hat trick of the year. And we're only in the second period.
Will Paplis, unbelievable stuff here in the championship game from the Glenbrook South captain. Now has more goals in this tournament than he did in the regular season.
Yeah, he has stepped it up another level for his teammates. To this point, putting the boys on his back, and he's got a huge smile on his face. I don't blame him. That was a beautiful shot, and he's seeing the net as probably a soccer net right now.
No kidding. 10 seconds to go in this period before we'll take a break. It's dumped down by GBS, and the whistle sounds. Some of the Titans upset with the call, but quite frankly, I'm not sure the reason. Was that deemed an icing?
I'm not sure. They're pointing down low. That's maybe just a signal they meant to put the face-off down here. As the Tigers are starting to plead for the face-off to go back down. But with 4 seconds left and the face-off one in the corner, that should end the second period.
Love the siren here at Compton Ice Arena. A little bit more personality to it than that standard buzzer sound you get. The Glenbrook South side of this rink applauds their team as they head into the locker room. North Allegheny will step aside too, and we'll sign off for a little bit. But before we do, Casey, what clicked right there for the Glenbrook South offense, and specifically Will Paplis?
Well, my initial answer was going to be Will Paplis clicked, and I might stay with that. He is seeing a huge net. He's doing a great job of just creating a lot of space for himself, getting shots off. That was the biggest thing for both teams. You have to find a way to get a clear lane to get quality shooting opportunities, because then you can challenge the other team's goaltender. A lot of block shots to this point in this game. Both teams are stepping in front of shots, so they're doing a great job of creating havoc in front of traffic lanes, making it tough on both teams. But GBS got the edge to this point. Really, really defensive game outside of these lone 3 breakaways and lone shots from who knows where from Paplis that have found its way into the net.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the first 2 periods. We'll be back in about 11 minutes and 30 seconds or so for third period action. You're watching Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, or you're listening to the South Hockey Radio Network. Casey Crable and Dylan Ward will be back momentarily. No, now the Tigers offsides. Chi touched the puck and did not realize that the delayed offsides was called. They won't call it intentional, though, and just bring it out to neutral ice. 13:40 to go in the third, and a 3-0 lead for the Titans. All goals off the stick of Captain Will Papalis.
Despite the offsides, pretty nifty move by Chi again. Kind of getting up in Almberg's face and pulling in again the slip deke move on him through his legs. Just allows him to dip down and get around Almberg's hip. Some pretty good hands put on by these Tigers. Just not enough shooting.
Freemuth clears that one all the way down into the Tigers' end, so grabbing it is Gallo. He'll skate through neutral ice, cut to the far side, back pass to the right point, and a shot comes through, taken by O'Neill, and Winger had to make a stop with his pad, and that one went way high. Trying to clear it out are the Titans, and they will, but not all the way down, just to center ice. On the far side now, O'Neill will send it down low. Winger out of his net to play it, got it to Almberg near side, over to the far side for Dolby. Dolby will backhand that one into neutral ice, and then Jason Bann will send it down as Ben Mann now out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 play. So the Tigers' power play unsuccessful, and now both these two teams have an 8-for-8 power play on the weekend. Penalty kill. Southwood will tip that one into Tigers ice. Playing it off the near boards. Freemuth will send it down low, left wing side, out of his net to play it. Rylan Murphy. He's only allowed 3 goals, but they were all on perfectly placed shots by Papalis. And 3 goals is the most he's allowed in this tournament up to this point. Actually, 3 goals is the amount of tallies he's allowed in the 2 games he's played before this one. Shot comes in, taken by Spack. Winger makes the stop, goes off the end boards. Trying to get it out of the Titans, kept in by Gallo. He sent that one to the left corner. Irvin. His pass across missed his intended target, so Papalis will clear that one out to neutral ice. 11:54 to go in the third period. GBS with a 3-0 lead in spite of Allegheny outshooting them 18-15. Kalazi plays that one to the far side for Spack. Spack will send that one down into the left wing corner of Titans territory. Jackson Hill will circle back behind his own net. Play it to the near side for Freemuth. That puck stripped away. Here's Baker, left circle, tried a shot. Winger got a piece of it. Back to the left point it goes, Lamarck. He shot one tipped by a Titan and all the way to their own net, but Winger made the stop on his own guy. 11:15 now left in the third period. Lamarck took a shot.
A couple good opportunities there for the Tigers. Brett Baker, kind of to the right of the face-off circle on the left, had a golden opportunity. The puck want that one back.
Again, if you're listening to the radio version of this broadcast, feel free to go to burghockey.com. That's BURGH hockey.com. One word for the video supplement version of this broadcast. It's the exact same feed you're hearing right now in terms of audio, but you'll also get to see what's happening on the ice. Then that shot by Kaminsky, he was trying to clear it around the boards, but it went. That draws a whistle with 10:42 left in the third period. The trophy sits inside the penalty box for the Hoosier Cup. It's only been around for 6 years. Illinois teams have won the last 4. It was Glenbrook North and New Trier Green as co-champions last time around. They agreed not to play the championship game because of the fact that New Trier Green had defeated Glenbrook North 7 times that season coming into the tournament. Before that was in 2020. Obviously none in 2021 due to the pandemic. But then in 2019, New Trier Green, all teams from not just Illinois, but the North Shore and the Scholastic Hockey League. That's where the Glenbrook South Titans play. You might recognize the team named Glenbrook North and the team on the ice right now, Glenbrook South. Those are huge rivals back in Illinois, as that's an icing. Have a nice tradition every year. You were talking about it earlier in the broadcast, Casey, where they'll play each other on Thanksgiving Eve at a neutral site location. And that game usually draws about, well, let's say 1,200 fans. That's what they predicted was the attendance over there in Wilmette, Illinois, just by Evanston and Northwestern and North Chicago. Before that, the first year this tournament was ever held, it was the Orange Lutheran side from California, if you can believe that. No teams west of Illinois in the tournament this year, as that is an icing by the Tigers all the way down into the Titans' end. Or actually, maybe that is an offside, so they're going to drop the puck at center ice. 10:13 to go in the third. Not much action here in the final frame other than the press by the Tigers on the power play early, but it's the Titans who lead 3-0.
Yeah, this period off to the same start as the first one. Not many shots on goal for either team to this point. Pretty clean hockey. Outside of the real no pace of play to this point, a lot of whistles and stoppages, but both teams kind of still trying to get their feet back under them in this third period, and somebody's going to try and have to regain the momentum. The Tigers are going to have to try and get themselves on the scoreboard relatively quickly. There's only 15-minute periods are played, 2 minutes shorter than regular. They're going to have to squeeze in 3 goals a lot quicker than they'd like to.
The 2-minute period difference doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add up, that's 6 minutes lost of skating time than you're used to, which is an interesting aspect of this. Of course, the 15-minute periods are in part due to this tournament being held at the same ice surface, and you got to squeeze all those games in. But here's a 2-on-1 for South. Ban has Southwood. Ban takes the shot. It just goes high of the net. Rebound comes out to neutral ice. Mason Dolby will send it down into the Tigers' zone on the left wing side. It's grabbed behind his own net by Gallo for the Tigers. North Allegheny running out of time here. Gallo leads the charge. He takes a shot on Winger, and he makes a big save. Freemuth gave that one to Steenstrov. Now back for Freemuth, backhanding that one to Will Papolis. Does Will Papolis have 4 in him this afternoon in Indiana? Now on the near side of the Tigers' end, it's Erickson. He couldn't hang on to that one, and it goes behind the Tigers' net. Tipping it out, or at least trying to, Wilson, but Dolby was blocking that at the blue line. Now Connor Chi backhands that one into the Titans' end. You know, Casey, for a guy like Connor Chi, we were talking about it pregame, 12 goals and 20 assists for 32 points on 23 shots he's seen.
After the play, I sure hope for his sake that it was unintentional. Ryder Wilson skating by, accidentally slashed Winger in the chest. Got a couple words from Winger as he went by, and a couple defensemen of Glenbrook South, so that's something, especially late in this game, you don't want to do.
Looking right now like it's going to be the Glenbrook South Titans, but whoever wins this game, make sure you stay tuned for the trophy presentation. If you're listening on radio, that might be something that you want to see on burghockey.com, burghockey.com, the video version of this broadcast, if you happen to be listening on the radio. Stripping it out of Boland's hands is O'Neill. He enters the zone, left wing side. Here on the near side, half boards. Get it back to Jackson Hill behind his own net for the Titans. Hill will play it off the far ice. We're finding it was Travis Lamarck. He will send it back into the Titans' end. 7 minutes to play now. GBS leads by a count of 3-0. Again, this is that third period that North Allegheny's been so spectacular in. Going 8-0 in terms of goal differential in this tournament in the 4 games that they've played so far. They haven't allowed one in the third, but Casey, they had not allowed one in the second, and that's when GBS scored 3.
Yeah, the first period coming into this game for both teams, that was going to be key. And keeping it scoreless for Glenbrook South, that was kind of the biggest thing, and it was uncharacteristic of the Tigers, but GBS came out in the second period with a plan and jumped all over them, scoring 3 all by 1 stick. Number 23 in black, Will Papolis.
Mason Dolby threw that one to the net. Freemuth got a tip on it, but it went wide. Now the Tigers will bring it out into the Titans' end, poking it ahead for himself. Jackman, he will send that one to the slot for Colinaire. Left circle, but that got tied up with Brad Southwood's stick. So the Titans will come the other way. Sokol's pass for Ban was sticked away by Mensch. Circling back are the North Allegheny side. So here's Colinaire. He will dump that one in left wing side with 6:10 on the clock. Again, Titans lead 3-0 over the Tigers. That's going to be an icing against the Titans as they sent it down from their own zone. We'll bring the puck back into GBS ice for a face-off at the circle to Luke Winger's left here with 6:04 go in the third.
Tell you one thing I'm really impressed with these Titans is their defensive zone defense. I mean, right there, Baker had another great opportunity kind of in front of the net if he could get a shot away and just got tied up by 3 Glenbrook South skaters. So GBS is doing a great job of creating havoc in front of the net, putting traffic in front, not allowing any Tigers to get a clean shot away. That's really changed the game plan for the Tigers, you can tell.
Near side, here's Gallo. He'll send that one to the slot. Irvin shoots. Winger makes the stop, and a juicy rebound allowed by the Glenbrook South netminder, but it comes all the way back out to neutral ice. Papalis grabbed that one far side. Will Papalis took a shot, but he fanned on it. Got it to Steenstrov instead. Eric Steenstrov in the left wing corner of the attacking zone for South. Erickson took a shot from the left circle when he found a loose puck, but that one missed the net. 5:19 to go in the third period. Gallo will find Spack with that puck. He enters the zone, sent it all the way down below Winger's net. Irvin found it right in front. Chi, and he lost it to Freemuth. Freemuth tried to find Papalis in neutral ice, but he could not. So instead it'll go to Holmes back in the Tiger zone. Got it to Chi in neutral ice. Brad Southwood stripped it out of Chi's hands and sent it down to the corner. Zach Freemuth got it to Ban, far side half boards. He sent one that went wide of the net. Irvin got it to Chi near side. Tries to get it on Allenberg. Chi could not. He did get rid of the puck, but it's intercepted by Freemuth as Irvin took a spill. Zach Freemuth fired one from neutral ice, and Rylan Murphy made a stop. And now Ban will send a backhander just wide of the net. Rebound grab by the Tigers. They'll skate through neutral ice. And a big hit by Jackson Hill would not allow Shane O'Neill to grab his own puck. O'Neill now with it. Right corner, got it back to the point. Now here on the near side, Lamarck. He shoots, Winger makes the stop, rebound, they score! Butendahl gets the first goal of the game for the Tigers, and they're not done yet. It's 3-1.
Butendahl in the right place, right time. Shot comes in from Lamarck at the point. Great passing play by the Tigers. Deep pair works together. Lamarck skates in shoots it from just about the top of the faceoff circle. Winger unable to put the rebound into a safe spot, comes right back out, and Butendahl puts it home. Just like that, the Tigers got the one they needed to get themselves on the board. Now with 4 minutes to go, it's a little bit more reasonable for them. They've been generating chances, so this game is not out of the stretch, not out of reach by any stretch of the mind for the Tigers.
And puck poked away by Steenstrov. He'll come over the blue line right wing side, take a shot, and that goes into the glove of Murphy. Winger now will not be eligible for the shutout. One thing that's kind of interesting to note is that Luke Winger in the entire season, not just the regular season, but the season overall, has 2 shutouts to his name. One came in Jamestown, New York. One came in South Bend, Indiana. So both his shutouts in a different state than the Titans call home. Here, Butendahl get credit for the goal right there. Lamarck and O'Neill with the assists on the Butendahl goal as that puck goes into the Titans bench.
The clock just keeps on ticking. For these Tigers, they got to find a way to continue to get the puck in the offensive zone a lot quicker than they are. They're battling the clock. I would expect to see the goaltender pulled. There he goes. He's coming off. Coming off.
Rylan Murphy to the bench, and now North Allegheny with 6 attackers. Glenbrook South Titans with an empty net to shoot at. Chi from the left circle goes into Winger's glove with the shot, and Luke Winger will hang on. There is 3:17 to go. Casey, I was just kind of thinking about that. Are the Tigers going to pull the netminder with down by 3? But now it's only a 2-goal margin. Back underway in the GBS zone. Spack will get it to the right wing corner. Dolby will fire that one all the way down. And that's going to go into the empty net. Oh my goodness, almost forgot the goalie was pulled. And does that goal go to Mason Dolby?
I think it might. They're treating him like it does, as they're going to escort him to the front of the line. And that should put this game away. As Glenbrook South capitalizes on the empty net, Mason Dolby goes to clear the puck in the corner. Gets a nice bounce. And you could just watch the puck just slowly roll all the way down. And GBS answers. It's a 4-1 game.
Mason Dolby didn't score all regular season long. Ended the year with 10 assists to his name. Yes, sir. They're going to give it to Mason Dolby, number 14 for the Glenbrook South Titans. Unassisted goal for the Glenbrook South defenseman. Only had one goal to his name during the entire season. It came in a Thanksgiving tournament game. It was actually an overtime winner. And now GBS with a 4-1 lead. Gallo got it down low to the corner. It's even a harder mountain to climb for the Tigers as they hit the side of the net and didn't miss by much with that shot. Rebound comes out to the point. Holmes got it stripped away by Zach Freemuth. He will send that one down to Tiger Ice. No icing is the call, and 2:08 on the clock. It's all but official here in South Bend. GBS with a 3-goal lead in the championship game, and they're looking for more. Papoulis comes into the zone, fires a shot. That's blocked by Gallo. Rebound is poked out of there by the Tigers. Back for the most recent goal scorer, Mason Dolby. Now here's Wilson coming down the left side. Into the corner he goes. Sent it back out to the left point. Holmes couldn't hang on, and it'll go all the way down into Tiger Ice. 1:30 to go on the clock.
What a performance by Glenbrook South. I mean, a dominating defensive display today. They did not let the Tigers get many, if really any, outside of the rebound in front of the net that they ended up scoring on. They did not get many chances this game as Gallo goes down. Excuse me, not Gallo. Brett Baker goes down behind the play as he was hit hard. Hopefully he's all right, especially with only a minute left to go and anybody go down. As Glenbrook South realizes that they have, as Baker gets to his feet and gets a round of applause from everybody in here. You can see the smiles on the Glenbrook South bench. Literally everybody's smiling. They had a dominating tournament where they just really brought out an offensive display of these teams and did not let them really hang in any of these games. As Allenberg, you can see Allenberg on the bench give Dolby a hug and congratulations. Dolby did not have a friendly year in the goal scoring category, but grabbing 2 in this tournament. GBS's playoffs start on Thursday, so they have put themselves in a very, very good position momentum-wise and team-wise. The camaraderie's got to be through the roof. I mean, anytime you're going into a tournament against you don't even know who, and you know there's some good teams, and you end up playing a team you lost to that would have kept your tournament alive in New York. It's an impressive victory for Glenbrook South. This time keeps on ticking in South Bend.
40 seconds to be exact, now 35. Here's Ben Mann. He takes a shot, and that's stopped by Murphy. How about this, Casey? Not just in the regular season, but in the entire year for North Allegheny, they have never failed to score less than 2 goals, and they have 1 on the board against the Glenbrook South Titans.
Yeah, a lot of that credit has to go to the goaltender. I mean, he's the guy that stops the pucks. Luke Winger, he's first team All-State for a reason. He's a very, very, very good goaltender, and it has to be very draining for opposing teams when you realize that Glenbrook South is very, very good. And then you look at the guy in net, and you see Luke Winger, who has established himself as a legitimate brick wall, and he's very hard to beat. He doesn't have many holes. Very impressive performance from him this weekend, and a great victory from Glenbrook South.
The Glenbrook South Titans are Hoosier Cup champions in 2022. They come pouring off the bench and go to first. They pile on their goaltender, Luke Winger, who went 26 for 27 in net, holding North Allegheny to 1 goal for the first time in their entire season this year. The Tigers will get ready to shake hands with the Glenbrook South Titans at center ice. And GBS went 5-0 here on the weekend on a 7-game winning streak overall. And You said it, Casey. They'll head back home to their hometown of Glenview, Illinois, just north of the great city of Chicago, and get ready for their game 1 in a best 2 out of 3 series against the Stevenson Patriots, team ranked number 3 in Illinois. As for the North Allegheny Tigers, they'll head back home in Pennsylvania and get ready for the last couple of games of their regular season. Then they'll head into the PIHL playoffs with hopes for state, as now the Tigers will shake hands with head coach Jim Philbin. And Casey, I couldn't have said it better myself. What a performance by the Titans here in South Bend.
I mean, we've never seen them play this well. I'll shut up so the PA announcer can celebrate these guys, but a dominating performance and what a sight to see. That was a great defensive performance, something we haven't really seen from these guys all year. And
I'm wondering if there's going to be an MVP of the tournament.
I bet there will be. I'd say if the game is, it's got to be Bill Paplis. I mean, not often you don't give up MVP to a guy who scores a hat trick, but as everybody drops those beautiful Michigan helmets, a little odd that they're playing in South Bend on Notre Dame ice wearing Michigan helmets, but
yeah, right. Hey, maybe that's what gave them luck.
Right? I mean, hey, Michigan is, I think they're number 2 in the country for college hockey, but Glenbrook South came out here and took care of business.
So now the team will all huddle together, and we'll have the trophy presentation for you shortly here from Compton Ice Arena in South Bend. Tournament director down there in green, Jeff Morrow, getting ready to speak into the microphone as the boys huddle. And the music pauses, and let's see what kind of ceremony we've got here.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the tournament director of the Hoosier Cup will now be handing out the Most Valuable Player Award, which has been Most Valuable Player Award.
So there is an MVP indeed. Very well deserved for the Glenbrook South captain in this tournament. A grand total of 6 goals and an assist for 7 points. More goals in this weekend than he scored in the regular season. Great performance by the GBS captain. Not just today, but the entire weekend. He'll take a picture down there by the penalty boxes, and the trophy coming up soon. Now, a couple of guys that were injured for the Titans, Jack Mulvey and Jackson Crosby, were not able to play this weekend, but came down to South Bend to make the trip. They'll join the boys on the ice. No doubt about that. North Allegheny, man, that is one heck of a hockey program they've got over there in Pennsylvania. They put up a fight every game they play. It's not enough to be champions of this tournament. Might add that this is now the 3rd team from Illinois that's won this. Big weekend for Finn Boland, getting his first goal of the year. Congratulations, number 2. Man, oh so close to that breakaway goal in the 3rd game against Wayzata. Could not quite get that one. Erickson with a big goal today, earlier in the morning. Got the first tally against Peters Township. There's Mason Dolby, scored his 2nd goal of the season overall into an empty net to seal it for the Titans. And Will Papalis, according to the PA announcer, will now grab his medal. Of course, 6 goals, leading goal scorer in this tournament over the weekend.
I don't think there's a name that gets butchered more than Will Paplis.
Oh, well, you better believe that I was butchering it back in my senior year when his brother Theo was playing. I was saying Papalis, I don't even know what I was saying. It was some crazy stuff. Eli Kamen's a great performance by him in the one game that he participated in, only allowing 1 goal on 16 shots for a 73.8 save percentage. And Luke Winger, unreal stuff from the Glenbrook South netminder, going 26 out of 27.
Tell you, what a weekend from him. What a year.
What a year. All-state in Illinois. First team. Eric Steenstrov is able to get a goal of his own this weekend as well on this very ice surface against Wayzata.
He took a beating. And I think he drew about 6 penalties this weekend and almost got his head taken off in the first game of the tournament.
Matt Callahan, a guy that was injured to start the regular season for the GBS Titans, but really picked things up on the first line. There's Jason Van. He takes a spill on his way to go collect his medal, and that was pretty funny, but Jason Van ended up being the leading point producer in the regular season for the Titans. There's Casper Wojcila, still looking for his first point on the year, but definitely a key role on that fourth line for the Glenbrook South Titans. Holmberg now will collect his medal. David Ventura without a point this weekend, but
Mr. Shorty
ended the season 3 points in 3 games. There's Will Stevens. One of the goals in the Wayzata game went off his skate, if you remember that. Zach Freemuth with a big couple of goals, scoring for the first time since the Ho Ho Classic in December 2019. Sokol, obviously a key part on that blue line for Jim Philbin's side, will now collect his medal. And Jackson Hill, I think that's as high as the numbers go. He'll go grab his medal. Another key defenseman on the Glenbrook South Titans. And those taxi squad guys that are not present at the rink. 43. I believe he wears the number 73, but he will now go collect his medal. Scully gets his name read out here, and
well, these guys aren't even here.
Yeah, no, a lot of guys that are not here. And they give some love to Matthias at the very end.
What a tournament.
What a team. And now here comes the trophy. That is one beautiful piece of hardware. Jeff Morrow comes out. Team captains, that would be Papalis, Ban, Freemuth, and Allenberg. They'll go take a picture with Jeff Morrow. And that's a great shot. I'd love to get that. I see Bob Valentine down there, assistant tournament director, taking a close-up photo. I want to get that photo from him because that's a beauty right there. Jason Ban lifts it up, and the Titans celebrate the Hoosier Cup, sort of a muted celebration for the championship, but there you go. For the first time
Let's go. First one back to Glenview wins. No. First one on the block.